Do you know such a secret?
Did you know Joaquin Phoenix lost 52 pounds for his role in Joker? This drastic change affected his mind, making him more unstable during filming.
Todd Phillips told Joaquin Phoenix to improvise the bathroom dance. It wasn't scripted. Phoenix created that chilling scene, expressing Joker's true madness, completely unplanned.
Did you notice Joker's laugh is based on real-life medical conditions? Phoenix studied pathological laughter, perfecting a laugh that is painful and uncontrollable.
Ryan Reynolds kept the Deadpool suit after filming, defying studio orders. He now treasures it at home, a prized memento of his rebellious spirit.
The film's budget was significantly cut, but the writers cleverly used this limitation to create a raw, gritty story that resonates with fans.
Deadpool's mask was digitally enhanced to capture Ryan Reynolds' expressions perfectly, a costly but necessary choice to bring the character to life.
Dario Argento, the iconic Italian horror director, was a key producer. He significantly influenced the film's style, bringing his distinctive horror vision to Demons. Demons was filmed in the Metropole Theater in Berlin. This actual abandoned theater added to the eerie atmosphere and realism of the scenes. The special effects team, led by Sergio Stivoletti, faced challenges creating demon transformations. Innovative makeup and prosthetics were essential to achieve the horrific looks.
The soundtrack featured popular metal bands like Motorhead and Billy Idol. This choice added a modern and edgy feel to the horror elements of the film. Daniel Radcliffe wore over 160 pairs of glasses during the Harry Potter films. He often had to replace them due to wear and tear.
J.K. Rowling requested that all the main cast members be British to maintain authenticity. This rule helped shape the character of
Robbie Coltrane, who played Hagrid, had to sit on a special motorbike to film flying scenes. The bike was designed to support his weight.
The Great Hall at Hogwarts was actually a set built at Leavesden Studios. The detailed set included real stone floors. Emma Watson almost left the series after the fourth film due to academic commitments. She eventually decided to continue as Hermione. Michael Bay, now famous for blockbuster action films, made his feature film directorial debut with Bad Boys in 1995. This film established his style of fast-paced action sequences and explosive visuals. Will Smith and Martin Lawrence had such great on-screen chemistry that much of their dialogue was improvised. This spontaneity added to the film's dynamic and natural feel, making their partnership iconic.
Despite its high production value, Bad Boys was made on a relatively modest budget of $19 million. Director Michael Bay often had to get creative with special effects and action scenes to stay within budget. The production of Akira used over 160,000 animation cells, a record for its time. This enabled the film to achieve fluid motion and intricate details unseen before in anime.
The film's soundtrack, composed by Gaino Yamashirogumi, utilized traditional Japanese instruments and synthesized sounds.
Akira had a budget of approximately 1.1 billion yen, making it one of the most expensive anime films of its time. The production office for Akira was located in Mitaka City, Tokyo. The film's opening explosion is set in Shimorenjaku, Mitaka. Today, this site has become a pilgrimage destination for fans.
Tim Burton wanted Michael Keaton for Beetlejuice, but Keaton initially declined. After multiple meetings, Keaton agreed and created the character's unique look.
The movie's special effects were created on a limited budget, leading to innovative practical effects. Stop-motion animation and miniatures were extensively used. Winona Ryder's character, Lydia Dietz, became an icon for goth fashion. Costume designer Aggie Guerrard Rogers designed her unique outfits.
The original ending had Beetlejuice being stuck in the Maitland's model. Test audiences preferred a happier ending, leading to changes in the final cut.
One interesting fact about Dragon Ball Z is how character designs evolved over time. For instance, Goku's Super Saiyan transformation was initially created to save time on inking, as his blonde hair didn't require the usual black ink outlines. This change also significantly influenced the story's direction. The name Frieza is derived from the word freezer. Akira Toriyama, the creator, often named characters based on puns or related objects. In this case, many characters in the Frieza saga are named after cold-related items, reinforcing the theme. The iconic sandworms of Dune were meticulously designed to be both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Villeneuve and his team spent over a year perfecting the creature's design, ensuring it was faithful to the novel while also being visually impressive on screen.
The ornithopters, insect-like flying machines in Dune, were brought to life using a combination of practical effects and CGI. Villeneuve's team designed these vehicles to look functional and believable, drawing inspiration from real-world insect flight mechanics. Bob Odenkirk trained for over 2 years in boxing and martial arts to prepare for his role as Hutch Mansell, ensuring his fight scenes were realistic.
Christopher Lloyd, known for Back to the Future, played Hutch's father, performing many of his own stunts despite his age.
Director Ilya Naishuller is a member of the Russian band Biting Elbows. His music background influenced the film's pacing and action scenes.
There have been talks about a crossover between Nobody and John Wick. Both Bob Odenkirk and Keanu Reeves are interested in exploring this possibility.
Director David Fincher chose to have it rain throughout most of the film to add to the oppressive and bleak atmosphere. This constant rain, along with the film's dark and gritty visuals, created a uniquely disturbing environment that enhanced the story's tension.
Kevin Spacey, who played the antagonist John Doe, requested not to be credited in the opening titles to maintain the surprise for the audience. His name appears only in the end credits, adding to the shock value when he finally appears on screen.
During filming, Brad Pitt injured his arm while shooting a scene in which his character chases John Doe. The injury was incorporated into the film, explaining the bandage seen on Detective Mills's arm in the latter part of the movie. The role of Spawn was played by Michael Jai White, making him the first African American to portray a major comic book superhero in a major motion picture. His casting was significant as it brought diversity to the superhero genre, which had been predominantly white until then. The film's soundtrack featured a unique collaboration between rock and electronic music artists. Notable collaborations included tracks by Marilyn Manson, Prodigy, and Metallica. This blend of musical genres
helped create an intense and edgy atmosphere for the film. The design of the demon Valak was influenced by classic horror films. The creators wanted to evoke a timeless, terrifying look for the character.
Director Corin Hardy envisioned The Nun as a gothic horror. His vision focused on creating a sense of dread through atmosphere rather than jump scares.
The special effects makeup for Valak took hours to apply each day. The meticulous process ensured a terrifying and realistic appearance on screen.
A YouTube ad for The Nun was pulled due to complaints. Viewers found the jump scare too intense and unexpected, leading to its removal.
John Krasinski not only starred in the movie but also directed it. He was heavily involved in rewriting the script. His wife, Emily Blunt, played the lead role. Their real-life chemistry added depth to their on-screen relationship. The film was shot in upstate New York. Specific locations included Little Falls and Pawling. The locations were chosen for their natural beauty and seclusion, enhancing the film's eerie atmosphere.
The film prominently features American Sign Language, ASL. Millicent Simmons, who plays the daughter, is deaf in real life. Her involvement ensured authenticity and brought awareness to the deaf community. Alien Romulus is directed by Fede Alvarez, known for his work on horror films like Evil Dead, 2013, and Don't Breathe, 2016. Alvarez is recognized for creating intense, suspenseful atmospheres and his skill in using practical effects to enhance horror. Alvarez aims to return to the franchise's horror roots, focusing on claustrophobic tension and survival horror, reminiscent of Ridley Scott's original Alien, 1979. Given Alvarez's background in horror, Alien Romulus is expected to include brutal and intense scenes, continuing the franchise's tradition of visceral horror. Director James Cameron used his experience as a truck driver to inspire the design of the Colonial Marines equipment and vehicles, creating a realistic military feel.
There were significant tensions between James Cameron and the British crew, who were not used to his demanding style and long working hours. This led to several disputes during the production.
Sigourney Weaver underwent extensive stunt training to prepare for her role as Ellen Ripley, including handling weapons and performing her own stunts. The subplot involving Ripley's maternal relationship with Newt was added by Cameron to give Ripley's character more depth and emotional resonance.
Shutter Island is a psychological thriller directed by Martin Scorsese. Scorsese's meticulous direction and psychological depth imbue the film with a unique atmosphere.
Many viewers were impressed by the depth and complexity of the mystery in the film. They found themselves pondering the intricacies of the plot and described it as an unforgettable experience that left a lasting impression.
Leonardo DiCaprio and Mark Ruffalo visited psychiatric hospitals and conducted research on mental illnesses and their treatments for character preparation. Their efforts contributed to the authenticity and depth of their characters. Director Ari Aster is Jewish, and this background influences the themes and characters in his films. His works often include elements and symbols related to Judaism.
Director Aster had been developing the script for a long time. basing it on his short film, Bo. The script features his trademark psychological horror and surreal humor.
Bo is Afraid explores the theme of, is life really one's own? The protagonist, Bo, often feels that his choices and actions are manipulated by external forces, and this theme permeates the entire film.